Cine Gear Expo 2024 LA begun today, June 7th. It opened its doors at 11 a.m. at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank, California. Burbank and Los Angeles are located literally next door to each other, so the show is considered to be held in Los Angeles as it previously was when it was held at the studios at Paramount or the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. The first day of the show has been quite busy, with a handful of attendees at both the open-air exposition and in 4 stages. Almost everything needed for cinema production is being showcased here, starting from lenses, lights, and cameras, and extending to grip, control systems, accessories, and everything in between, including various services. Quite interesting products can be seen at the Aputure booth.
Hi, welcome to Aputure Cine Gear 2024. My name is Ted. Today we're talking about all the new stuff from Aputure today. We got 2 main releases that we're showing off today. Number 1 is the 600C Mark II. Now the 600C, again, standard as far as point-source color LED goes. Now, we introduced this form factor. Your hardest light can be your softest light with a softbox. It can be your hardest light with a push with a Fresnel. It can be a lantern. It can light any scene you want here. The LSC Pro 2 takes it 1 step further by doing 2 things. Number 1, 85% brighter than the predecessor. Number 2, we've also added in full IP54 weatherproofing. Now on the Infinibar setup over here, the other setup that we want to show up here is basically the new 4-light kits. The second thing that we're talking about here at Cine Gear 2024 is the Infinibar 4-light kit. Now, for a lot of people out there, they've been asking us, Aputure, when are you going to make your version of a tube? Well, here it is, the Infinibars. The Infinibars solve 2 main problems with tubes though. I think a lot of people have seen music videos where we see tubes and lights like that in the background, right? Kendrick Lamar, we see a lot of the new Beyonce videos. And again, these fixtures have been used on a lot of the biggest music videos out there. They solve 2 main problems of tube lights. Number 1, tube lights, when you try to design them and put them end to end, you a lot of the time get a seam or you get caps. So you can't get this infinite line of light that goes through them. Number 2, if I want to stack my lights together and I want to put them on top of them like this, again, same thing with tubes, is that I'm going to get a curving effect. I'm not going to be able to get a seamless line of light. So when we think about Infinibars, we think about them like Legos for filmmakers. What is the light shape that I want to make? How can I design it infinitely? How can I get whatever color, whatever push I want? And then how can I play whatever image or color effect I want through the entire design here? So these are the Infinibar 4-light kits. They're new because we've done one thing. We've changed them from being 8-light kits, which have been available for a little bit. The 4-light kits are now less than half the weight, less than half the size, and they're more affordable as well too, which means that more people now have access to more color tunability, more creativity, and more lighting in their colors. So these are the Infinibar 4-light kits.
Camera control is a very important task that can be accomplished in various ways. One very interesting method is offered by Bit Part Company.
I'm Curtis from BitPart. We have a wireless camera control box. It's for camera control with any camera that has Ethernet. So we work in 900 megahertz, which allows us to cut through the noise of Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5.8. So with any camera that has Ethernet, you can do the control with the app or with the web GUI. So I can plug it into my phone here. And you can see the boot time. As soon as I plug it in, it'll flash 3 times and then it'll be connected. So then I can open my phone and now I have an Ethernet, the bit box there, and I can set my IP address. The camera will be on the same IP address, the same network. So then I can go into whatever camera manufacturer app. In this case, we have a Red. So we can go in here and we will have control over all the settings. So I can change the ISO and it'll change on the camera. You'll also see it represented here. We have another box that's connected to an iPad mini as well as the SmalleySheet Ultra 7. With the USB-C, you can also connect over Ethernet. So in that case, we have the Ultra 7 connected to Ethernet and the iPad connected to USB-C. We have a 2-pin LEMO, so you can power the box and it'll also charge your device. So it'll charge your phone or charge your iPad and whatnot. It also works with Android. Yeah. So it's all we're doing is creating a robust connection between your control device, iPhone, iPad, computer, to the camera, rather than having to rely on Wi-Fi. Because like a movie, you have 200 people on Wi-Fi and all the lights, everything's in 2.4, so that space is too crowded. So we cut through the noise by just being at 900 megahertz. All we're doing is providing the link. Most of the camera manufacturers have an app for control. so we allow that connection to be robust. We have test units that we've given the users that were in different scenarios. I had one on a movie in New York City where I was able to maintain control over the camera a half a city block with no problem. Or we were driving down the highway chasing a Lamborghini, and I lost single channel control, but I was able to dial in more ND to save the shot. We have other users that were filming in like a neighborhood. They had to be really far away, and across the way the camera was inside of a house and they still had control. Yeah, we have a bunch of different people that have used it in different ways.
The show continues, and we have some more news for you, so stay tuned.